Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today, well, we're looking at something that is very, very old, incredibly collectible, and almost impossible to find these days, especially in this mint, unused condition. We are looking at the 1967 release by Raybert Productions from their series of musical group pop stars tie-in bracelets, and this particular one we're looking at today is of none other than the Monkees, and this is the item in front of us. Now, we all know the Monkees was an American pop rock band. They were formed in Los Angeles in the mid 1960s. The band consisted of Micky Dolenz, Davey Jones, Michael Nesmith and Peter Tork. Spurred by the success of the Monkees television series, they were one of the most successful bands of the late 1960s. The band produced 4 chart-topping albums and 3 chart-topping songs, which was The Last Train to Clarksville, I'm a Believer, and Daydream Believer. Now, originally the Monkees were a fictional band which was created by the NBC television network for the sitcom The Monkees, which also starred Micky Dolenz, Davey Jones, Michael Nesmith and Peter Tork, and they were cast to portray members of a band in the sitcom. Music credited to the Monkees appeared in the sitcom and was released on LPs and singles beginning in 1966, and the sitcom aired from 66 to 68. At the first, the band members' musical contributions were primarily limited to lead vocals and the occasional composition, with the remaining music provided by professional songwriters and studio musicians. Though this arrangement yielded multiple hit albums and singles, the band members desired greater control over the creation of their music. So following a brief power struggle, the Monkees gained full control of the recording process in 1967. And for 2 albums, the Monkees mostly performed as a group. However, within a year, each member were pursuing their own interests under the Monkees name, rendering the Monkees once again a group in name only. So, a very, very popular group, all spawned from the TV series, which sadly got cancelled in 1969, and the group stopped recording sessions in 1970. However, they have regrouped a number of times over the course of the years. However, sadly, that can no longer be the case because the only surviving member of the Monkees now is Micky Dolenz. The other 3, Davey Jones, Michael Nesmith and Peter Tork, have all sadly passed away. But back in 1967, they were hugely popular, and these bracelets were produced by Raybert Productions based on the popularity of singers and pop groups. And you can see this one is of the Monkees, and it says "Hey Hey We're the Monkees," and that's the Monkees bracelet. And you can see you've got love hearts around the outside of that, and you can see the bracelet in the middle there, and you've got 4 little charms dangling down from the bracelet. And the first one's got Peter Tork, second one is Micky Dolenz, the third one is Michael Nesmith, and the final one is Davey Jones. And that's exactly how they appeared in the 1967s, what they looked like. And obviously the TV series was also going on, and this was also Hey Hey We're the Monkees. That was the original name of the television show, so maybe this was also based on the TV show, maybe not so much on the pop group, but I mean, they were hitting the charts anyway. So, but anyway, so this is the bracelet in front of us. I'm just going to bring it forward. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit because I just want to get some measurements of the chain. I'm just going to pull it taut, and I'm just going to measure it so we know exactly what size we have. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. So we're looking at, well, from the end of the clip to the end of the hole at the other end, we're looking at about 17.5 centimeters. So that is the length of the chain, and you can see it's got a clasp at this end, which just pops open and it hooks onto the eye at the other end, and there you've got those 4 charms with images of each of the monkeys, and those charms are about 2.5 centimeters in diameter. And there's Peter, there's Micky, there's Michael, and there's Davey. Nothing on the back of the card. They were usually all blank back in the day, and this one is no exception. And there we are. And this particular board, as you can see, there's not even been hole punched. So I would imagine they were dangling on they're supposed to dangle on a hook and be sold primarily off of a shop hook. But you can see this one has not even had the hole punched on the card. So it definitely hasn't obviously been sold at any point or put on a shelf and displayed for any period. So anyway, this particular one, we found it as part of a shop buyout that we did. There was a couple that have been around for a long time and decided to retire, and we was asked if we would like to buy out all their stock, which we did do. And there was some very interesting stuff that we found along the way, and there was a couple of these bracelets of the Monkees that were part of that buyout. And so we are making them available to our customers on the Midas Touch website. Now, you're going to ask me, how well did these do back in 1967? Well, I'm guessing they done very well. There's very little information on these particular items back in the day. I'm assuming this was part of a group of bracelets that were based on pop stars or maybe popular television series. I honestly don't know, because I couldn't find any other or much information about these. But I can tell you that Monkees were a very, very popular group at the time. You know, with top of the charting albums and top of the charting singles, so they were obviously very popular, and a very, very popular television show for a number of years, which spawned 58 episodes over 2 seasons. And each episode was about 25 minutes. And I think it was from September the 12th, 1966 to September 25th, 1968 on its original run. But of course, over the course of the years, it'd been rerun many, many times. I can remember watching it when I was a kid in the 70s. So, you know, they're being rerun over and over and over again. And obviously the popularity just continued to grow. But anyway, so yeah, I'm sure they would have done quite well. However many would have been produced, I do not know, but I'm sure they would have sold and been worn by the fans of the Monkees. I'm sure a lot of the girls would have been running around wearing these bracelets back in the 1960s. Okay, let's move forward now 58 years to 2025, which is where we are today. Do these bracelets come up for sale very often on the platforms? And the answer to that is quite simply no. I did have a good look on the platforms. I couldn't find anything in the UK or Europe. I did actually find one other one that was in the US, and that was up for quite a lot of money. But that was the only other one that I could find. I went back 3 or 4 years and I couldn't find anywhere else. So obviously very, very rare, very, very difficult to come by, and incredibly collectible. And as of today, this particular one is available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many, many other vintage Monkey items, and many, many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might like to buy from a friend, or maybe something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful vintage Monkees bracelet with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next video. So bye for now.